Hey everyone, so this is just an update on week 7 and kind of how that's gone. My weigh-in today, I'm not totally sure about, and here's why, is I've been house slash dog sitting this week, and I will be through next week. And the house I'm staying at, they only have one of those like older scales, and so according to that thing, I weighed in at 135. But I'm pretty sure that's not an accurate measurement, and the reason I say that is just because, honestly, you guys, this week has been so awful, like, so awful. Exercised once, Monday, and that's all I've exercised this week. And eating-wise, oh my gosh, that has been a nightmare this week. For you calorie nuts, oh my gosh, I went 3,000 calories over my weekly budget this week, and I don't know why I'm talking about this. I guess it's just so bad. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. I guess that's why I'm laughing. I don't know. Maybe I'm laughing because I'm nervous. Nervous about all the hater comments I'm going to get. Yeah, and then just Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and yesterday, pig out days, and the rest of the days, I just have not been controlling my food like I should. And it's just been really, really bad week this week. I will say, on a more positive note, 2 things I've noticed this week, and I really am glad to have found, noticed these patterns. I've noticed that 2 of my patterns, or whatever you want to call it, with eating is that the only time I tend to have problems with my eating is in the afternoon, like 5 and after. Like, that is the period where I get cravings and want to eat a lot and pig out. The second thing, and it might be, these 2 might be linked, is that I have forced this connection in my brain between watching TV and eating food. You know, because it's been the habit in my family where we make dinner and then we'll sit down and watch TV. And so I was sitting there the other night, and I had already had dinner, but I felt like I needed something to munch on, and I was like, what the heck is this about? And I realized, oh great, I've made this connection, so, you know, I'm watching TV, and my brain's like, oh, you're watching TV? You should be eating something too. And so I was like, oh my gosh, these are 2 big problems. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to, my 3 o'clock snack, my snack before dinner, I've decided to make that a little bit bigger, and to make sure I have protein in that so that when dinner comes, I'm not like starving. So I'll feel a little bit more in control of like, okay, this is my dinner and this is it. And this is all I need. And also, I have decided to just totally cut out watching TV and eating at the same time. Like, I'm just cutting that out cold turkey because that is just a big problem that I definitely need to tackle and just get rid of that. So that's what I'm going to be doing for that. So while this week has been terrible, I'm very glad to have, seen those problems, because realizing that there's a problem or that you struggle in an area is the first step to dealing with that. Another reason why I encourage food tracking for those of you who don't want to do it. Another good reason. And on a more positive note, while this week has been completely whatever, I have been doing really good with eating and I should have talked about this last week too, whatever, my new goals for this month. I've been doing really good about I've been doing really well eating a nutritious breakfast every day, and it's actually pretty much become a habit, to just choose from I have a whole bunch of things in each category. I'll pick something for grains, pick something for protein, pick a fruit, there's my breakfast, and so I've been doing good with that. I've been doing really good at eating about 5 times a day, like meals and snacks. It's just that last meal, dinner, has been outrageous. And water bottle, drinking that water bottle every day, I've been doing really good with that. I think there was one day last week where I didn't drink the whole thing. But actually, since school has started, I've been drinking 2 water bottles every day. So that's going really well. And I guess I shouldn't beat myself up so much about this week, and I won't, but my thing is, I hate doing this because it feels like an excuse, but what happened this week that kind of like caused this whole thing is it's my first week back to school, and so that's always crazy because I'm getting used to a new schedule and have to get in a new routine. And then on top of that, in the middle of this week, Wednesday, I came over here to house sit, and so I had to move all my stuff over here, and had to bring food, and and it was just crazy. And then I'm running back and forth between here, my house, school, here, my house, and school, and so it's completely thrown off my routine, and just not being in my own house has messed me up a lot. And so that's what's been going on. I didn't just have a random breakdown completely, but I still felt like, that shouldn't be an excuse because life happens and stuff happens. So, but I'm not, I shouldn't beat myself up either, I guess. And I won't. My thing is, I know I could have done better, of course, and so my thing is, it was a mistake. I learned from it. I just take it on, just move on, just go to the next week. And I'm probably going to get flooded with hater comments of, oh, we're so disappointed in you, and oh, haven't lost any more weight, because I probably haven't since this week. Just people mad at me. But, my thing is, I'm here to be real and be honest. I'm not going to come on here every week and be like, oh yeah guys, I ate perfectly and exercise perfectly and I lost 3 pounds, woohoo! And, just come on here and do that every week. Not only would that be really annoying, that would be really boring too. Because I don't know if it's just me, but people who are naturally awesome at stuff, they don't inspire me and they just really annoy me. Because you're like, oh yeah, well it's easy for them because they're just like that. It's easy for them to lose weight because they're crazy. It's easy for them to get good grades because they're nuts like that. But, what inspires me is to see somebody who struggled and then got over something. So, that's what I'm here for, guys, is that, yeah, I'm working, but it's not easy for me either. It's not something that's just natural. It takes work, and sometimes it stinks. But that's why I'm making these videos. I'm making these videos to be real and to be honest, and I'm committed to making a video every week, even when that week was totally embarrassing and awful. Because I want you guys to know that, yeah, we're going to have bad days. We're all going to mess up. Our program is not going to be able to function the way we wanted. That doesn't mean we quit. That doesn't mean we give up. We keep going, and we keep pushing forward, and if we can't do everything we wanted, so what? Doesn't mean we throw everything in the toilet. We do what we can. Do what we can do. And that's all we can do. So if we have a good attitude and keep pushing on, it's going to work out, and it's going to be great. So, yeah, that's pretty much my update for the week. I hope your guys' week was a lot better than mine, and I promise I've definitely, looked at my attitude, and I'm like, you know what, this week is definitely going to be better, even though I'm still going to be house sitting, and things are going to still be a little bit crazy. That doesn't matter. So yeah, have a great weekend, guys, and I hope you have an awesome week. I know I'm going to. And I will see you guys next Friday. Later.